Hello. Unfortunately, for unfortunately and fortunately, Puffy is dying, so no more curb today still. But we could see what's beyond the door. Since I finally passed that savoir faire fucking check and jumped the railing after I took off my pants and my shoes and got the jacket, which had no police ID. And make sure I don't save any of the not real saves I've been messing with. Don't mind me. All right. So here we are. Collecting rainwater. Oh yeah, I learned if I press caps lock, that actually works in game, and I can make it so the default is jogging. Oh, thank goodness. That's so helpful. You had the guts, got the glory with the distance, got a slight stat boost for it. Hell yeah. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Around you, great machines in quisits. Where am I going? Composite eye of halogen lights watches you, emitting a low buzz. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. Kavalsund. Also, it doesn't matter, and I don't want to point out too much because it's cursed if you realize it. If you look at our detective player character here, and you look at his hair length, he is missing his mullet. It's like much shorter for some ungodly reason. Because the mutton chops definitely look a lot better when when the hair's a little longer. But for some reason, despite it being like seemingly being part of his personality, he's like missing his rock star mullet haircut in his little portrait down there. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. And there's just other stuff besides, so I guess it's like we should assume that the character model is more accurate than their portrait, which that's almost never real. Like, if you look at Kim, it's kind of hard to see, but his hair is supposed to be kind of longer than what we're seeing on, like, his portrait. I guess the idea is these portraits are from an earlier version of the game, the final cut version. Like, when we do the expression in the mirror, you can see a better depiction of the detective's model. There's none of this stuff matters. I'm just thinking about it because I'm dumb, mind you. When character designs are inaccurate, it makes me mad. Character was modeled by the Knuckles sprite artist.
Container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Yeah, man.
Container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, now belongs to Everard.
Tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then.
Too old to lose my accent then is good.
People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers.
This looks like a mess. This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
What is underneath these red covers?
Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
Where is everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates.
Yeah.
Keeping the scabs from coming in.
Yeah, that was kind of a dumb question. They're on
We're
strike
on
and
a
shit.
strike.
Yeah.
The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Holy shit! Unless that's normal strike length? How long do strikes normally go on?
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Okay,
Sure. How can I help you?
do you work here?
Yes. Everybody needs a job.
Yes.
And this is mine.
Yes, he
I'm
does,
Leonard, by the
detective.
way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Bellick? Wait, no. I'm thinking of Neo. Nico. Yeah, Nico Bellick. Yeah. That is his name from GTA 4.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
Poor Kim. Remember when Kim thought we were going to go to bed? And then I'm like, hold on. Maybe I should try that jump again, Kim.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Don't we know who this Miss Bouffard is, Kim?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those douce sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real
Kim,
nice
wait.
to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Kim, more like Kim woke because we didn't let him go to sleep. Never mind, this joke doesn't work.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here.
You've been
Yes, I
canonically
am.
awake for the
Yes, I
time
am.
between last stream and now. Still on day 1 of this game, and I'm on stream 4, I think. Who's this Miss Beaufort mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh,
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
he sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
What's in the container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then?
Yeah.
He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Oh, I have to be impatient. Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is usually in his office, of course. But he already left for the day. He always leaves around 10 p.m.
Fuck!
Bye-bye now.
Wait. Okay.
A large table with 2 huge vacuum-insulated thermal coffee dispensers. Someone has forgotten a small plastic card next to the stacks of cups. You snatch up the red plastic card. It features a black contour of a crane lifting a container. The name, Etienne Hogarth, is written in the middle. Below it, in smaller text, member of the board. It comes with a magnetic strip meant to open electronic doors.
Oh. Is this how I'm getting out of here? Or... no? The bro's just not up here. I can just look through his shit. No, it's been cleaned out for the night. Oh, okay. He made sure no shit was gonna get looked through without him being present. No shit licked. Yeah, I'll let the game navigate me over there. Don't have to worry about it. I see.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Alright, search it.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Apparently everyone went home, Kim. We're fine.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Who's Renee again? The old soldier guy playing I Need to Find Him a Ball? Sounds real. Stealing things, detective, apparently. Oh, I can go through here. Okay. Cool. Someone's habitually chilling. Someone. What, like a ghost? No, it probably meant him. Oh.
On second glance, someone has forgotten
Oh.
to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
Maybe Kim and our protagonist here shouldn't fuse together. Maybe they don't do that one.
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
28% chance. Okay.
Whatever's
Yes!
hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only
6
trained
plus
accountants
6.
with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at
It
it.
appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
He he's like excited to to show him it. Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. Leo must have left it. Nothing incriminating.
Kim, I found it.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Booze?
Remember, Leo,
Yeah,
Everard,
yeah.
all items on the drawer slides shut.
More postcards. Neat office shades. +1 visual calculus. I like visual calculus.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change." The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Alright, interfacing. Don't fail me now.
Your fingers run
Yes.
over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952. And a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993. Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then,
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. You rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
the voice of a youngster on the other end sounds as enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows.
What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy.
Nah, I meant, what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Do you know me?
No.
Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
On the corner of Voyager and Main, a large neon sign hangs on the side of a building. Video Revachol, 24 hours. It's raining and there is almost no traffic on the street. A woman's footprints in the mud lead away from the front door. Tiny heels tiptoeing down the road. Beautiful steps, light-footed, with a lifetime ahead of them. You look up, and the air seems to grow darker.
Yeah? What? Am I fucking prophetic?
The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone.
Okay. Ah, now we're over here. Okay. I get you. I see. Yeah, everyone sure did fucking go home. What's this?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
I'm glad we passed the check to contact that video rental store. Yeah, I guess it's just more of a look-see into who the fuck our detective man was.
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crown with wavy rays.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think the lawyer belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
He's not smoking in front of Freed. He's gone. Don't lie. I know it's hard video game to keep track of everything, but... Okay, we'll go to day 2. I'll stop being a little shit. We'll go to day 2 now. Unless... No, he's not here.
Can I help you?
Need a post-final cut. Now, of course, unless I can extend the scene out here now that I've... I don't think I can. I think...
Yes?
No. Okay. It's time to go, I think.
Yes?
Okay.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Roll over to the other side?
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Okay, so... Our dude must have cared at least a little bit before he went on his fucking drunken tirade. If, like, this kind of stuff just kind of eats at him naturally. Who killed him?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts, fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you. until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh, okay.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Wait. Okay. Sorry to fucking interrupt this genuinely terrifying scene here, but look at that. That's a concept art accurate portrait art. What the fuck? He's got the hair there. What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
Harry? I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me,
Is Harry my fucking name?
do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I left?
Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go.
Okay.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back?
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What's Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've seen you before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Trying to solve the case?
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry,
this unnourishing? There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
No!
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good. Excellent. Yeah, man.
Good going, buddy.
Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes?
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What chick?
You don't know? You don't know? Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you. It always does.
The hell's going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Is it withdrawal? Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
No, shut up, electrochemistry.
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Oh, God, no. I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed. I'm good.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
No.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Okay, next item on the agenda is upgrading Volition. It's at a fucking max of 2. Oh, I can do it right now, actually. Awesome. There we go, that's better. At least a little bit.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in it.
Okay. I would still very much like to get rid of the expression, but that's alright.
The window stands broken in its...
Oh yeah, let me maybe save. Nothing out here. Let me bother Kim. Oh, no? Is this not the room he went to? Was it this room?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Swallow the
The
emotion.
door is closed.
I don't even know if it was this room or the room to the left. That was, I think it was actually. Yeah, it's not this third door. Maybe Kim's already downstairs. Oh, it's the cafeteria. That room is the ladies' room. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Kim.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Okay.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
I don't know if I am, honestly.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Yes.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Okay. What else do I want? Maybe pain threshold. Your name's Ancient Reptilian Brain. That's good. No, or maybe I should just wait until I need something instead of wanting to waste it. Fresh meat for the Revachol meat grinder. Yeah.
Just a moment.
I finally reached day 2 after fucking. This is like my 4th stream or something of the game. So not 4th overall, but like total. Yeah. It's my 4th day playing the video game, and I'm on day 2 of the video game.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Okay, and I have to pry. I can't just go, well, damn, that sucks. I have to go, well, why do you want to use the phone?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
What the fuck is Shivers? I mean, I know main character man here is mentally ill, but Jesus.
You have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Today is Tuesday, I assume?
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
The waterlogged together. Oh, that's proceed. Who is the scary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Waterlogged the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
You may not believe it, but it looks like some maniac crashed his motor carriage into it.
Oh, sweetie, if it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you both.
Yeah, we're cool.
You're welcome, ma'am.
We do good stuff sometimes.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Sure.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
There has been some kind of scientist.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
What's that mean?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Oh.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
Damn right in front of her face. Yeah, cheese, Kim.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
Kim, stop talking!
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
You're an
Fuck.
enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
I want to know everything about cryptids, living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on.
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
No, I want to hear about shit, Kim. Damn. Tell me more about this rare insect your husband's looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but
Ah yes, Phasmatodea, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Thanks, Encyclopedia. I would not have fucking understood what that meant.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
Yo!
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
No, Kim, it's fine!
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
Besides, how far-fetched does that really sound? A fucking, a bug that looks like a reed? Come on, that's probably real.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
Like, fucking, Kim's over here acting like they're looking for Bigfoot. A new species of insect that looks like a reed is not all that fucking far-fetched.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
Seem really excited about the
I
scripting.
suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Yeah, that makes sense. Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
I'm not asking if it has cool powers. What's so special about this stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Okay. He's just existing.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
What the fuck? Wait, come on.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I just want to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
No!
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
Are you Elizabeth Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
I had another question.
No. Talk to Titus.
Well, if I want to talk to you, not Titus.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
No, someone's dead, and I'm investigating the dead person. Damn.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Okay.
Let's.
I was just gonna walk by. I just want to say hi to a character I recognize, but now, yeah, sure, I'll talk to Titus now. I didn't fucking want to do it right the second, but now I'm agitated.
This is where you say your bit.
This is where you say your bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Detective.
I need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real
Oh,
look.
this is about him.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Shanky.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. letting out that pretty boy smell.
Bro, you've got long hair. Don't shut up.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Long hair and no beard to go with it, and you're gonna call some other man pretty?
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Shut up!
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Okay.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos.
Gang
Mess
tattoos.
Or Sarah Mauritian in his late 30s, early 40s. And then standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something. Non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
And little guy?
Size 41. With the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing the odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head.
Wow.
I'm watching you.
That's fucking crazy.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Sure, yeah. We can just fuck off. I'm done. Okay, let's go to the shortwave. Not the shortwave, whatever the fuck it's called, the radio.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. The armor was produced by fair weather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
You know what it's called
The
now?
most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Okay, yes, that.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Please.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
God damn it. Okay.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Okay, 10...
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
Did I not already?
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
Maybe I haven't done this.
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? Need some confidential information.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
Okay, never mind.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Okay, why am I thinking about this?
Do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery. This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic.
We've already
the cabin
talked about
frontward
motor
to give it a
carriage
more
and how it's
aggressive,
cool or
punched
whatever.
look.
Have we not?
Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
What's it packing?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
7.2. Supercharged.
Kim really likes it. He's like, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about my cool police car. Yeah.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Sure. Yeah, you ever thought about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
If we ever get this case solved, maybe we can do it together. Oh my god.
Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
Heh. I will be into cars because Kim's cool.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
Okay. There's Kuno still throwing rock. God damn it.
What do you see?
Nothing new. We do a quick save. Let me try something.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His
Who are
skin
you,
is
dead man?
marbled with decay. The lips of the
Fuck.
corpse are
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an
Take a
athletic.
step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green. This is a trick. You've done it before. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink, thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Okay.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he was up right after death.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head.
I didn't do all of this?
Supports a hanging.
Why is some of this, like, new?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
Okay.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and the hangman's knot. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
Okay.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Okay. Let me... Yeah. If I click there, they'll jog all the way over and I don't have to do shit. I will get over to the room, and then I will go on BRB, I think, is what I'm going to do. Maybe. If I can remember how the fuck to get over there. Okay. So, save. And I'll be right back. Okay, so Call to Hunch. I don't think that song needed to be like 7 minutes long. I might need to look into a smaller, shorter cut of that fucking song. Alright. What's this? Coffee. Alright, Mr. Evrart, you fuck.
Before you is a walrus of a man.
Or Claire.
Seated behind a
His last
large
name's
desk.
Claire.
He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
It is a pretty long song. Is that just naturally how it is, you mean?
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Probably doesn't help we don't have an official OST version of the song, I guess.
With a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Mr. Who?
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Kim, I don't want to sit in that fucking chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
I don't want to sit in that chair.
Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't sit?
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
Okay, I don't want the chair to like fucking hurt me and reduce my HP. His multiple chins move like ocean waves, jeez.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
This check seems the song is 4 minutes and 12 seconds long before it loops. Okay, yeah, then the version I have is way too long. It's like 7-8 minutes.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Are you fucking serious, you big fucking baby?
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Okay.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Uh-huh.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Fuck!
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Dude, your fucking chair reduced my overall, like, not my overall, my,
This should take care of that nonsense.
Points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Okay. Now, I already got, like, the fucking handout from the lady on the boat. 25 riel would cover a night's stay, and with a little bit extra. That would not have covered all the property damage I apparently owed Gart. You know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
Oh, I just don't like your overall attitude about it. Maybe I would have taken it if you weren't like a weird dick about it.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
Oh.
Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Chat, he knows about the lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear.
No!
Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Am I in a boss fight? How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now,
Harry,
I know that you're
again.
worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
His dream fucking called him Harry. This guy's calling him Harry. Is his name just Harry?
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place.
Oh, mouths.
I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Kim!
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
Cool.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Oh. No!
Who does you think you are? Ronnie the Rookie? You ain't worried about no lost gun, or unpaid bill, or forgotten name. You're the bad cop. You're probably more corrupt than him.
Wait, no, I don't want to be the bad cop. Wait. Sink deep into the folding chair, smile and cross your hands behind your back?
The fat man does the same, sinking deeper into his chair than one would think is physically possible. He seems to be enjoying your little display. Good. Now lean in with some corruption.
Listen, Everard, pal. We both know what makes the wheels of the world turn.
That we do, Harry. Let them say what they will about you and me. We're both born fighters.
Nice bit with the chair, by the way. A good way to keep your guests on edge.
Why, thank you. It's always nice when a fellow professional appreciates your work.
Jesus Christ.
That's it. Now kick back and add a final flourish for dignity.
I'm not saying I'm corrupt, I'm rational.
You strike me as a reasonable man, Harry. I like that in a lawman.
I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Let's cut to the chase, shall we? What can Everard Clare do for you?
You can stop being a dick for starters.
I think we'd like to ask you a few questions. Don't you think so, Detective?
Somehow you managed to get yourself out of this one. Now quick, keep the momentum up. Ask questions.
Okay, you called me Mr. DuBois, why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
So that's really my name.
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
Please remove the giant spike from my seat, for starters.
I think the odds of that are very low.
Is that Kim trying to tell me to... Is he trying to tell me to stop? Making it clear my brain's fucked up? My memory's fine?
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
What?
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips.
A big fat folder.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
What kind of a cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
Fuck. No, I'm confident.
Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man.
What does that mean?
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Okay. Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Okay.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids?
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man, do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
No.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, you are one of the all-time greats.
Where'd you get the folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Uh-huh.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
A folder with all of Harry's information in it is Union specific. All right, I can pass this check, I'm sure.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Got it. Yeah, that's not an RCM folder, bro.
Okay, Harry, you got me.
Okay,
This is
Harry.
The Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Yeah?
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
This isn't going the way you wanted, is it, fucker?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
Yeah.
A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Uh-huh.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Are you sure, Kim?
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
No.
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you to open a door.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Go on.
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
So you're the weasel. It's your door.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
I'm not opening a fucking door for you. That's
Of course,
crazy.
Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder.
How deep is he in that chair now?
Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along.
see.
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
You made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this?
I hate this guy.
Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Wow! Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Who said the previous leader vanished? Yeah, we already...
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce. Thanks, drama. How helpful. Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Okay.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
Is this like him trying to say the opposite or some shit? Is that what this is?
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
Please don't refer to yourself in third
It
person.
is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Also, I studied the footprints at the crime scene. Worker boots.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Yeah, you are.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down.
Yeah.
And Jean, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to the race science. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He's the big impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy.
Okay.
See you soon, Debada. Just kidding, but not too much.
What the fuck does that mean? Just okay.
Yes?
That's it. Okay. Just kidding, but not too much. Ah.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
What the fuck are you talking about, Leo?
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you Leo? Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
The borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Glad. Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
It's okay, Puffy. I forgive you for being unable to type correctly 100% of the time. How dare. I cry every time.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hanged man?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbors.
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Aw, come on, man. Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Or are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the union.
The Hardy Manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Similes.
Okay.
Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Everard told you to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Okay.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you.
So
Both of you.
So you could just do whatever you wanted to the corpse and take away shit. I don't know if I like that. Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Oh. Hey, Ghost, please, you silly cat.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Okay, I don't like this.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Sure is.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
Now shut the fuck up, man.
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Kim's sick. It's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then...
Fuck, what do you do to the corpse? Fuck, man.
The man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, stop clipping into shit, you fuck. Knock it off.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
No, there's been no side choosing.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
I hate this.
Yes?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Right to work! Right to...
Does the racist lorry driver have anything new to say?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
How long has this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Cool. I like being bested. Anything new from this guy?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
I don't have enough empathy. I can see you were bested. Yeah, I got the runaround, I guess. Also, we apparently... Well, here. We're going to see it in a second.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol.
The Measurehead got the body down from the tree, and he told us to guard the fucking gate while he did so. So, hopefully he didn't fuck everything up.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
Okay, what's in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
Beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Okay.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the east?
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth to stop the shuddering.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
Good. Beyond that.
La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
Across from distributary?
Couron, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
What is beyond the Quran?
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide.
North.
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
Closer to here.
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Droplets of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge, has been raised.
And down the other side.
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall.
Really?
The snows melt in Jamrock.
Yeah? Where the hood at?
Have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Yeah, Shivers! What the fuck?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Shadow look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Cool.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we are dressed for it. Let's keep moving.
Okay. A good one?
Yes? Hello?
Were you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Okay.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Shut up, Logic, you fucking smartass. What are you doing?
Looking for something to read.
Good, good.
It is.
Okay. Good conversation. We did it. We had a book in this weather. I want to go up here, I think. Yeah.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Let's look at the map of Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48.
Okay, so it's like 3 years old.
Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
I sure have been looking for a map. Hey, shopkeep.
I'm
Storekeep.
sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Well, fuck you too.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
You seem to underestimate my resources, but sure, okay.
Yes, yes. Are you interested or not? Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Informed of the surroundings? Yes, yes.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme. Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou, in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, Fondelaire, and Vimandu, on archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers, on Semenine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. 850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods. But looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
Man, I need a fucking visual for this shit. I am bad at understanding.
Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Okay. I'm glad they're arguing with themselves almost. Very cool. Just like in Slay the Princess. No, Slay the Princess is after this game, I'm pretty sure. I would assume somewhat inspired by
sorry,
the
sir.
concept.
I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Oh! Oh, shit! Hang on, so you know me. We've met before.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time, before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologizing to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Running around all week without your shirt on, apologizing. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? With Harry? Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed.
Oh.
It certainly looks odd on a man.
Oh. What hasn't this guy been on? Fuck.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably girding too.
Jesus! Fuck, man.
Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh, baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
Thanks, I've learned something about myself
I'm
today.
glad I could help you, sir.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
Wait, where'd you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
Detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time.
I got it!
You
Dick
look way
Mullen,
more
yes.
serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Stop calling me sir, I am but a working man.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time.
I don't know if we already had this
it's nice of you
conversation.
to say I could stop, though.
I get you. I, for example, can't stop making this face.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
Let me look at this cool new hat. It's just a net positive. Good. Shit. Dick Mullen's hat, specifically, I guess. +1 electrochemistry. +1 interfacing. They're so stupid, though. -1 drama. -1 authority. Okay. Maybe the fingerless gloves just because they... I don't know. Right, the photo of a happy couple. Yeah, I got a little map now. Fuck yeah. I'm the one person, the one entity who likes the expression. Okay, let's look at the stupid fucking... Let's look at the corpse. How badly did this man fuck it all up?
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's down.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Oh! Okay. A field autopsy.
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Yeah, gotcha.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
In universe. Yeah, Skeeby loves it.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else for this? A doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From autopsy to cleanup to social work. Everything.
Honorary rank?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able. usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is Lieutenant Detective.
Okay. Sure, yeah, I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't.
Right.
Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Hold on, let me get the gloves. The interfacing gloves.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
All right.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why? Why don't I know?
You must have me confused with the Coppepedia.
I think I need to talk to Coppepedia. Who is he?
You, sir. You are the Coppepedia.
Helpful. All right. Sure. Yep.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
What do you mean?
I mean when I need you to. Until then, I should handle physical contact, and you should take notes.
Okay. So fill in the autopsy form.
That's right.
Alright.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Number 1, assistant.
That's you.
Harry Dubois. We know his name now officially, I suppose.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings. Just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number...
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date, 0803, and time of arrival, 0815, on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
I thought... His date? 0803? Oh, the 8th day of the 3rd month? Is that the order it's doing? Because, yeah, I'm like, aren't they in March? It's probably day and then month. I don't like that organization. Not to be a stupid asshole, but to also be a stupid asshole. I think, right, and this isn't how we do it here in America, but I think for organizational purposes, to make things line up numerically without you having to, like, adjust the parameters for how files are sorted or whatever, you should always do year, month, day, and then probably military time, I guess, if you wanted to, again, better match. You don't have to, like, choose if it's AM or PM or whatever the fuck. Otherwise, you have to put, like, AM and then 0815 or PM 0815. But no, yeah, we do... Some places do, like, day and then month and then year, and for organizational purposes, that's fucking dog shit. Anyway, I'll shut the fuck up about my organization autism. Write it down.
Next.
3 name.
NA. Next.
4 date of birth.
NA.
5 age.
Roughly 50.
Okay.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write 42-ish.
He nods.
6 race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mundi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
7. Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
Ha 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 ha! Sex! Whoa!
Male.
Pigs can have sex?
Right, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Tee-hee, fucky, fucky. 8. Date of
We're
death.
still going with March 4th, 51.
Right, 04. 03. Yeah, so I was right. Okay, it's day and then month. That's why it's like that. Oh god, yeah, they do it the worst possible way. They do day and then month and then year. Gross!
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
11. Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
I wish there was a little more effort put into the dumb game models holding stuff and like pretending they're like there's a lot of instances where we're reading that Harry is doing something, but we don't actually see him doing the thing. But and that's just so weird because you'll see like we see Kim bending over the body, we'll see Kuno throwing rocks, we'll see Evrart typing on his typewriter. So it's just I guess it's just weird that we don't ever really see Harry specifically doing the actions that the thing is saying he's doing most of the time, unless it's something physical like punching a guy. Like obviously in your face physical, I mean. What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
No, this dude decided to fade those to black to save money on animation. Animation is costly. Sure, it's just weird because we'll see it in almost every other aspect.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
Okay, Harry tapping into his fucking weird police supernatural ability again, where he just knows what everybody's doing.
The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident.
Then he's tapping into his supernatural ability to just read the air around him.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
I can see them maybe cutting corners on the main character here, just because he can wear so many different clothes. Maybe they didn't want him to try and deal with the clipping or something, but it was really strange. It's a non-issue. It sure is like, yeah, it's a text-based RPG detective game. It's just, it's noticeable, and that's why I brought it up. That's literally the only reason. I don't actually care in any meaningful capacity or think the game is, like, worse for it or something.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Yeah, number 1, external examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Oh my god, these fucking little shits.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
Is there really nothing we can do to fucking tell these kids to fuck off?
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Yeah, what if I did it anyway, though?
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
No, I don't want it to be like that game. I just want to see his feet, because thorough or whatever the fuck. If that's not necessary, I'm good.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical.
The game's like, steal the boots, steal the boots. I'm like, nah, it's not what I care about. I'm good. I'm okay.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo resembling a microelectronical circuit board. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Okay.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Maybe this is why the entire action is so unfamiliar to Harry, because he is usually just writing it down while somebody else does it or something.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark.
Lieutenant produces a small folding knife with the other hand pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. Stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Then we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
what's the rope? Squeeze the dead man's neck.
We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Well, hold on. Let me be right back real fast, because I have to do the fucking ad. Okay, now that everyone's ears are done bleeding. Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the yeast. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Oh, thank goodness. It's a much higher fucking check. Thanks, interfacing. Thanks, gloves, for making the interfacing easier. Please don't fail the check, I swear to God.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Kuno, shut... I'm gonna shoot Kuno. Kuno, shut up.
No! Let's get out!
Oh, leave! Fuck off, children!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
The score is extensive, way more than in law officers.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands.
Yeah, I can do this one, right?
The hand feels heavy, filled with decay liquids, like it's ready to explode if squeezed hard enough. You're suddenly repulsed, so much so you feel compelled to drop it.
Hands are clean, no sign of injury from struggling.
Are we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Should I increase my inland empire? Maybe. Punches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. Does it matter? I don't know if it matters. Alright, 2, internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
What? No. No, I don't.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
We don't have anything.
Are you a hepatobiliary expert? Same for toxicology and serology. NA. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. Looks around to the ground. The pool of faces? With an A, huh?
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's
Summary.
see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Okay. 1 bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem?
Agreed. Next injury?
Okay. Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say...
Oh shit, I forgot about number 4.
The hyoid
Fuck.
bone is fractured.
God
the
damn it.
cervical column intact.
Why is that one... Okay.
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
I had to do number 4 before doing number 3, I guess.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
No, it's non-fatal post-mortem. No.
Why do you say that?
Because he was carried over here and then hung, right? So he was already dead. That's what we've been operating on. That's the assumption we've been using. I'm serious.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Why weren't his hands tied? A big man like this, I would tie his hands when marching him to the gallows.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being.
Okay, cool. I'm like, no, I'm right.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How'd it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
No. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Okay.
For processing.
Looks at Deadman one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Oh shit. Tell me, who are you, dead man? I could also see if there's anything I could equip for perception. Or I could just increase perception.
The lips of the corpse
fuck
are
off!
swollen preposterously. They are also...
Who is he? He is male, 4250, with an athletic build.
Okay, hold on. Do I have anything I can equip for perception? No. Okay. All right, well then let me click on it.
The man is decomposing visibly now. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
All right. Come on.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look in his pants again.
He pulled down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch. The penis has shrunk, crawling halfway back inside him. There is nothing mysterious or noteworthy here.
It could have just said, look at his cock again, I guess.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
Yes, maybe.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Where do we find a fridge?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails. Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Okay. Well, let me increase my perception. All right.
The man is deep. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep
Do it.
Your arm
Yes!
reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Okay, examine the mouth. Whoa, there's animation for it! Wow!
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the
Oh, shit!
It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar.
Abrasion collar.
Lieutenant looks in. There's a pen in his hand. His notebook is open at the copy paper.
Kuno is silent.
Okay.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Okay.
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
Brainstem.
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex.
Okay, maybe Harry has done autopsies with his hands before?
This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
No shit! Whoa! Ace Detective, please, we don't have to push deeper, that's okay.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance.
Ugh.
It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger.
I'm so glad we have these fucking gloves. Oh my god.
Ice cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Oh no! Oh shit! Wait, so he's just cutting himself on this dude's fucking... Okay. I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Maybe. Let me inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack. A protrusion in the cranium. Right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it. From the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull. In the encephalus. Knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
Alright, let's get it out of there. 97% fucking. Which I think might be the max, actually. 97%.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
I got it.
My pig fucking got it?
What? What is it?
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower. A blossom made of lead.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
Oh, there you go.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Can I have it?
Of course. You deserve it.
Awesome.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven.
Opinion, fatal injury.
I agree.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Yeah, the ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
We should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Okay. I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Warden Rise should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Oh, did anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
And there is a chance they shot him while they were hanging, I guess. No, I don't even want to say that. I don't even believe that that's what happened. I understand logic. That's technically a possibility. Thanks, logic, but no.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
I need you, kid. I guess I don't really want to. I don't care about the Inland Empire check that much. You can take it. Fuck it.
All right.
Takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. May they rest in processing.
Shut the fuck up about the boots.
Oh well, in another lifetime.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Okay, bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Car carriage. Car edge. No, he's gone. What am I supposed to do for the entire rest of my life? Talk to these guys again. I gotta show dude the picture anyway.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Jeez.
Honey, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Can I have a bite of the sandwich?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
Oh, okay. That's fair. He really was the Batman to your Robin. No, it's like, for all intents and purposes, I want to say he probably is still meant to be the, yeah, I guess the Watson to our character Sherlock. Because, like, he is smart, but for all intents and purposes, he's still meant to kind of play the idiot to your genius. It's a weird fucking nomenclature with, like, detective shit. But the partner character, no matter how smart they are, no matter how competent they are compared to the main character, usually the main character is still like the exception. They're still what's going to cause the case to actually have the mysteries come to light instead of just merely being solved and bagged technically or whatever. It's weird. I don't remember what the terminology for it is. It's it doesn't even fucking matter. I don't know why I'm trying so hard to think about what it is. It's the what do you call the Watson in a detective story? No, not the narrator. Yeah, the sidekick, sure, but I don't mean that sort of Watson. I guess maybe what do you call the idiot in a detective story? No, not literally an idiot. Nothing I'm finding is helping me understand what I'm trying to talk about, which is awful. It's always the terrible. Every time I've seen stuff like, yeah, Watson is far from stupid, but like when next to Sherlock Holmes, he seems like he's a fucking idiot, is the idea. Because Holmes is either the Holmes detective character is always either a fucking genius in the traditional sense or the, like, not extravagant, but the eccentric sense. Hi, Skeevy. Cannot fucking get these words. Sorry. Yeah.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft.
Maybe if I actually had ever read a fucking detective novel in my life, maybe I'd have a better understanding of what I'm trying to fucking say.
In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Tomato on the sandwich? Nah, we don't need it.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
What do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Okay.
Of course, officer. I mean, I hope I can. What's on your mind?
My rhetoric? Oh, my rhetoric's only 3. Right. Yeah, because those are my fucking motorics that I worked so hard on to begin with. I might want to go improve my electrochemistry to see if I can make the expression stop happening, but it's not fucking important to do that. Like, at all. I just want to stop making the expression. Oh yeah, the picture.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
I found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Huh.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Saw a picture in there. You were with it. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
I guess that's fair.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
And you didn't see anything?
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Why do you want to leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
Okay.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
Thanks, Gaston.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
Who was working your shift?
No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
The container yard's been unguarded for a week.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
It, unfortunately, it depends, because, like, it's like, if you have, maybe you have, like, a single guy, like, at this situation, but, like, the more people you would have, it would encourage ne'er-do-wells to potentially want to go in there and see what the fuck's up.
Evrard created this job for René because He knows the Royal Carabinier's pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
They're wanting me to have another opinion here. And I never know if. When they should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end. Sure, let's say that one.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
Oh, okay. It didn't actually matter in any way, shape, or form. That's fine.
Yes, yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Saw the statue of Philippe III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
At the mercy of the cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule, Renee?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Nah, king should take care of his people.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabinier doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Right.
Okay.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Where the fuck are you going with this? What hard work do I do?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
Okay.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
I'm not sure I ride.
Oh, you do. You make money. You got gills, baby. Meaning those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas.
I bring in the what?
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself.
Uh-huh.
Are you rich?
No.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
The system is broken?
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor?
The Taxes?
That's right.
Okay.
100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Every time I sneeze.
Every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here. Total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
Are you sure? It seems like a pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
I don't... Oh, this is for a thought cabinet, sure.
It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And don't you fucking forget it.
And don't you fucking forget it. Okay. Just because I have the thought cabinet doesn't mean I have to entertain it. I can just have it. Does Joyce have anything new for me to talk about?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
Do I look like I need an umbrella?
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
I also don't. I also have a cloak.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right?
I talked to Everard.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
No.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verne-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth. Of course, I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a Verne myself. But if you felt like passing some information.
Unfortunately, I'm successfully potentially being tricked into thinking that she's not near as bad as he is.
How could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
You're so cunty about it.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it.
Okay, electrochemistry, please. That money you gave me, would that make things weird if I shared information, I mean?
Weird? Oh no. One of the positive things to come from the revolution is the unhindered exchange of information, you see. Even when it comes to trade secrets. Which isn't to suggest our talks constitute corporate espionage. Even if they did, it would be fine. But they don't, since you logged the money as a donation, and this is clearly just gossip between friends.
Yeah.
The lieutenant might have, but I don't remember you logging anything as anything, Harry.
Oh, but no, I can't talk more about this topic.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road?
Or
don't be
perhaps
afraid
it's
to
because
drop
I
by for a
refuse to
chat.
really do anything with the conversation I had with
Until then,
Evart. Yeah.
is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, okay, I just don't even have information. Okay, cool. That means I can't do anything potentially incorrect. No downside. Yet.
Give me a moment.
Do I even have anything I can do? 16 days of coldest April. Sure, let's look at this stupid book. The cover features a row of concrete buildings with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. Tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugograd. The book has been filed under psychological realism.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow.
Feels heavy.
Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead.
How long is this book?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long.
Oh, goody.
Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
What's the back cover?
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
And what does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Okay, let's read.
In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugograd riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugograd Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes. It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Yes?
They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the absurdity of Gradian life. The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft. She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a Sosnovo fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
Why can't I put this book away?
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Cool, all that did was hurt me. Why'd I read that?
A shift in temperature, the air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub my sides for warmth.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Her face
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
Look around yourself.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty.
Okay, free EXP, that's fine.
This door has been closed with a padlock. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
Okay, interfacing. Where you at? Alright. Try that again.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
Flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Pose of revolutionaries posing with guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of the Capitol and such. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. 9mm bullet. A lounge jacket.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
Communard lives in this room.
Poor Communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than the closet.
Salute the statue. Sure, why not?
A warm feeling fills you as you look into Marzov's marble eyes. The hallway behind the door is empty. No one else heard your courageous salute.
Okay. Was all this just for the shirt then? Yeah, +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion, but this one has just +1 conceptualization. It is yet another net positive. Oh! No, it replaces the... Oh. Oh. I see. What's down here? I can go fuck myself.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Do I have anything that improves conceptualization? Yes, this. Crazy. Anything else? Do I have anything that's like lowering it or anything like that? No. I don't think so.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see
It's
here.
not going to work, but I'll try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
fuck's sake. You just be completely stuck behind something for no good reason.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole.
Yeah,
This panel usually closes the water lock. Turning it into a... You pull the lever all the way up until the metal... Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. The man watches you in silence, very slowly cutting off another slice of his salami and putting it in his mouth. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored?
Yeah, I wanted it now, though. There's no man here watching me do anything, but alright. I'm gonna say he was here yesterday. If he's still sitting there eating the same piece of salami, it's crazy.
Butter billboard still soaks in the canal. Marked.
Yeah, I already looked at all this. Let me see what this guy was selling again. I'm just trying to waste time at this point.
What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense
Right, yeah, plus one physical instrument, or plus one shivers, -2 authority. He's not there, his spirit lives on.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding. The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well.
Trying to talk to him, actually.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Wanted to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Never mind.
Sure, man.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Okay, I don't actually. That's fine. Let me go check out the street vendor man. Yeah, this guy. What do you have again?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guarantee.
I don't know if I care about any of them. Alright. What was this again?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Yeah, I kind of want the sneakers, I guess. They're 50 fucking... That's a lot. Maybe I should clip that bag again. Equip it, fucker. I guess I should just probably go here in a second.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito.
Fucking tragic. Oh, do you not think I should go here in a second, Puffy? Lamau? Maybe there's nothing else. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for watching.